Woo! The power has been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael, and this, oh yes, this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. There is no heaven without hell. There is no progress without pain. There is no breakthrough without the breakdown. We sometimes find ourselves asking the Creator for things that we believe we want in our life. For example, universe, Creator, make me bigger. Give me more money. And then the universe places an obstacle in your path. And the first thing that we do is pray that the obstacle leaves, not understanding that the obstacle was your blessing. It was the manifestation that you were looking for. The suffering was the house that you needed, the house that you wanted, on the property that you wanted it on. But you rejected the suffering. The pain was the joy that you were seeking for. I'm saying this to you now because I have an overstanding on something. I seek the pain. See how I smiled when I said it? I'm seeking the suffering. See, I'm seeking what I perceive as misery. Because I know that when I overcome it, I know that I'll become stronger. I know that when I transmute the pain, it turns into peace. I know that when I transmute the suffering, it turns into abundance. I believe that we've got this all misconstrued. I want you to think about something. Think about not at this present moment, because you might currently be going through something and it's hard for you to see it from that perspective. Think about 5 years ago. Think about the hardest thing that you thought you were going to experience 5 years ago. Think about how you overcame it. And then also tell me, what did you learn from it? See, the skills that we learn through pain, the skills that we learn through suffering, the skills that we learn through our hard times, it is the blessing. But I believe that when we're praying to the Creator, source, energy, universal laws, you're praying for it to leave. And you wonder why you keep going in this repetitive circle. It's because you haven't leveled up in that pain. You just found ways to mask it via alcohol, drugs, sex, TV, Instagram, social media. But see, if you would have learned to endure that pain, that thing that you were looking for was on the other end. See, I realized that when they incarcerated me in prison, it was my worst suffering at that moment. And in that moment, I would have prayed that I could have had that cup pass me. 2 years after prison, I recognized that I was going so far in my life beyond my peers because I transmuted that suffering. And now if you ask me, I would have never taken back that time that I did in there. It taught me more in a shorter period of time than not being incarcerated taught me. And then later in life, I went through a circumstance where I was on the brink of losing my home or selling it all at the same time. And I swore that it was the worst pain that I could ever bear. And then it sold right before it was about to be repossessed. I profited $38,000 and walked away. It wasn't the $38,000 though that was my blessing. It was the faith that I was able to garner and keep with me after the home sold. That was the blessing. For 3 years, excuse me, for 3 years I was gang stalked. And during those 3 years, I have to use all the words for that experience. It was suffering, it was pain, it was misery, it was sorrow, it was woe me, it was bad from that perspective. But then I realized years after that that event that I went through, that occurrence that occurred in my life, was what made me what I am now. And I'm saying this to say that maybe we should run towards the obstacles instead of avoiding them. Maybe we should be joyful when things come into our life that seem overbearing, because the transmutation of that event is the joy, it is the peace, it is the manifestation that you're seeking. But us as humans, we choose to avoid, we choose to run from problems instead of realizing how great you will become when you solve them. Hey, I just wanted to give back to you my perspective in hopes that it's something that can benefit you in your life. Hey, like I always say, live, love, and laugh, and namaste, namaste, namaste. Peace.